Hi guys, so this is going to be a relatively long video, probably like 5 minutes. So we're going to go each one and let you know what I think of them. So I've tried these. They taste a lot like grape Nerds gummy clusters, similar to Nerds Rope, but more like smaller. Great for movie theaters. Tastes like grape Gatorade. This one tastes and looks like the cherry slushy at movie theaters that you already tried. I'm gonna wait till later. I opened it up. I'm gonna wait till later because mint can affect the taste of everything else. These are good. I really enjoy them. They're a little rich, but they're very nice. Very nice. They're right. They're all light and also kind of rich at the same time. It definitely has an orangey taste. I love it. Great for Christmas or any other holiday. I don't like coffee. Plus, this is going to be a gift for someone who does like coffee. I try to get gifts earlier on in the year. These I feel like are even better than peppermint patties. They're very nice, very exquisite. Straight from London. I'm going to try the smoke bar. Now, it looks like white chocolate. I'm not the biggest fan of white chocolate. There's been exceptions to the rule, and it's like melted on like fruit cakes and whatnot. But we're going to give this a shot. This is called the Nestle Milky Bar. Delicious, smooth, and creamy, it says. Made for sharing. Yeah, nope. Don't like that one bit. That is disgusting. Sorry, that was my raw reaction. I don't enjoy it whatsoever. But I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but, like, you know, I can't judge something without trying it first. So, I mean, you can, but just to be absolutely certain. Ugh. But it's gross. It's, you know, funny thing is it grows on you as it sits in your mouth, I think, but not in a way where I'd enjoy it a whole lot most of the time, so I would not recommend it. So I'm sweeping my oven. Somehow, like, I keep it clean very regularly, but somehow it just, like, it's dusty all of a sudden, which is really weird. I wonder if it's just, like, from the fan or something. Alright, now we're trying the Australia's Violet Crumble. Deliciously shattering candy honeycomb. I don't know if the camera will focus on that. There we go. That's what it looks like on the inside. It will just dang focus. There we go. It's the way it shatters that matters. That's their slogan. I feel like I might like this, but it's gonna like be weird. Oh yeah, that's weird. Because I've had something similar before. Oh god, the crunch is good, but also like nails on chalkboard. So it's like uncomfortable. Like for those that have like sensitivities to like certain textures, I don't recommend this. But if you can get past it, I'm sure that the people that love crunch will love it. So I think it's a love-or-hate relationship. I don't like the way it crunches in my mouth. It's like if you ever like put your teeth or your I don't know your fingers across a seatbelt. That's how it feels in your mouth. So it's a love-hate relationship, more of a uncomfortable dislike and ick, but the taste is good. It's just more the texture and the way it crunches in your mouth. Like I don't know. It's kind of like nightmare fuel. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you were put in an impossible situation where like some sick, crazy person kidnapped you and you were like forced to like a saw situation basically, and you were forced to like eat your friend's finger or something to survive. It feels like that. Like it's uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it. But the taste is okay. It's just I don't like it. I don't know. I like it and I don't like it. Like I said, the I feel like I'm digging myself hole. I'm mixed feelings on it. I do like the taste. The texture is just less to be desired, and maybe that's the whole point. Some people like that texture. I don't know. I don't know. It's like this candy is psychological warfare for those that have texture sensitivities. So yeah. All right, here we go. This one is called Bounty. It's a coconut candy. It's basically like Mound or Almond Joy without the almond. Mound is basically Almond Joy without the almond. It's like that. Except it tastes more tropical and natural and real compared to like Mound. Mound tastes more like fake coconut. This tastes more like real coconut. If that makes sense. It just tastes better, like more. Well, it could be the idea, like if you like the placebo effect. If your thought, like if it looks a certain color, your mind automatically makes you want to think it's going to taste like that color. So it could be that. You know, I like to think, try to be scientific about things. So it easily could just be that, you know, because it looks like in the vacation area with the palm trees and the ocean and stuff. But it just, to me, the taste reminds me like a better version of Mound. That's the best way I can describe it. These, like I said, these are amazing. They come in this little tin, plastic tin. It's really good. If I had to choose a peppermint patty, I'd definitely choose Wilson's of Kendall peppermint creams, not even patties. Dark chocolate with peppermint infused fondant centuries. Centres. I hope I'm saying that right. CENTRES. This one's Aero, so it's like filled with bubbles. I feel like it's gonna be like a crackle, like a rice, but it's instead of rice, it's just air, which is gonna have the same similar texture. I don't break it every time. There we go. So it's called Aero Nestle chocolate. It's just basically bubble-filled chocolate, and that texture. It's basically a texture. It's like a niche texture, slightly gimmick, but I think it works for those that, for the specific audiences that they like. Because I love crackle rice candies, like crackle, and Hershey's crackle, and well, I'm breaking Nestle's version of it, which is why am I blinking? Crunch. I think it's called Crunch. Yeah, here we go. No. I want to say it tastes like those when Airy whipped yogurts first came out. That's what it reminds me most of. Not even the crackle. The textures. It's almost like creamier, but like you almost hurt your. No, I can't say that. It's like you want to bite down harder than you think you need to when you're biting into normal hard milk chocolate. So just be careful of that. It almost gives away too easily. I don't know, like it pushes down. It just disintegrates too easily. Next we're gonna try the. I'm gonna butcher this name. Arnott's Tim Tam. Irresistible chocolatey happiness in a biscuit. Australia, another Australia delight. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy these. Chewy caramel, tomato. It's like a Kit Kat. French kiss style. Not a Snickers. What am I thinking? Oh, it's like a Kit Kat French kissed a Twix. That's the best way to describe it as far as texture and flavor. Although it has a bit of a Keebler taste to it, like Keebler cookies for the shortbread. It's really good. I'm glad. Australia, you got that right. That's awesome. Great flavor, great texture, nothing wrong with it. Awesome all the way around. There's no substitute for quality. You got that right. When companies take shortcuts to increase profits, but end up, it's kind of like instant gratification. It's nice for Minority Bingo to get tax breaks by hiring people that aren't qualified. Not that they can't be qualified, but they go out of their way to hire people that meet their quota, regardless of whether they're qualified or not. More often than not, they're not, because they are rushing, not caring whether they're qualified or not, just to meet the quota as soon as possible. And that hurts the company long term. Great money increase short term. Terrible decision long term, unless you're like a super company like Amazon, where you have loyalists and it's too big to fail. Those are the exceptions to the rule. But you could make everyone rave about you and love you, and not just, oh, well, I like this because it's convenient, not because I respect their business practices. The more you get people to talk about you in the positive, like almost romantic in a way, like just they gush about you, that's when you know a company works. And I don't think I know a single company that does that. there's good companies out there. Don't get me wrong, high quality, great customer service, but they don't. I feel like very few go out of the way to go above and beyond and just make you smile, to make you gush about them. Next one are French butter cookies. Now, I'm going to be doing a podcast pretty soon. It's going to be... people could come in here and think it's offensive, but, you only live once, and too many people are easily offended anyway. I'm just going to say... I feel like too many people are fake, just agreeing with everyone about everything, rather than just telling what everyone else is on their mind, but they're too afraid to say it to be politically correct. I'm just going to say it, and I'm going to say it based off facts, based off common sense and statistics, and I'm just saying, screw it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to try to keep the podcast based off the truth, or the closest thing to the truth. And that may vary from time to time in case things in life change. So if a policy is found to be this, and then it changes on later, in like the political standpoint, I'll change my answer later, or I'll put it in the description. But I will make it to where it's enjoyable. I feel like I'm going to go out of my way to make it to where it's, again, the thing that everyone's thinking about, but everyone's too afraid to say that's what's basically going to be about. That way you can feel like, yeah, the underdog, someone finally saying it. Someone has the balls to do it and not worried about getting canceled. Okay, so these French cut butter cookies, they're like shortbread, except like lighter and fluffier. I don't even know if fluffier is right, because it's not soft, but it's soft for hard. I guess it's very crispy or flaky is not the right word to use, but it's like the closest thing. It's like a softer shortbread cookie, if that's the way to explain it. A little airy, like a biscuit, like a British biscuit. I don't know if that's even correct, because they have cookies that they call biscuits over there. I feel like that would be the closest one, but this is French. It's really enjoyable. Like, this is something you would enjoy with if you like dipping in tea and stuff. This would be definitely one of those things. Puree Biscuitière. Again, product of France, French butter cookies. I feel like the cap is a little stereotypical for the just American audience, or maybe that's just what they're wearing. I don't know if it's supposed to try too hard, or if that's just like a fact, like what they always wear. Like, to try to draw an American, like, I don't know, women to like, oh, they're romance of French, where she just like French people. I feel like everyone just like dresses like Americans nowadays. They just don't dress like the stereotypes they used to anymore. I think everyone's kind of like normalized with that regard as far as dress and architecture. Here's a little quick thing. It says, in the French countryside of Normandy, Pierre and other artisanal bakers have been making cookies since 19th century. Pierre Biscuitière, and again, tell me if I'm saying it wrong, continues that legacy of simplicity, naturalness, and pleasure. Our selection of butter cookies is among the most pleasurable daily treats. Our butter cookies are a French countryside specialty whose history dates back more than a century. Delicious and crispy. So, yeah. I enjoy that just as, equally to the Tim Tams, but for different reasons. If I could give it a 5 out of, if it's more specific and it's the more vague, I'll do a 10 out of, something out of 10. Otherwise, if it's more, you either love it or hate it, out of 5. So, I haven't been eating it long enough, so I would normally start off with a 5, so I'm going to definitely rate that a 5 out of 5. If I had to rate it out of 10, I would definitely rate it like a 9.5, at least. Next we have the Border Dark Chocolate Ginger. Darkly delicious, fiery, biscuits with an intense taste experience. Our famous recipe since 1984. Crafted with care. For the moments that matter. At Border, we know how special biscuit moments can be. That's why our family baker is dedicated in perfecting every recipe with the finesse From finessing our famous flavors to crafting the perfect crunch. It's got a nice crunch. Definitely gingery. Like, if you're looking for like ginger ale taste, you're not gonna find that here. I feel like it's like subtle and strong at the same time, like right in the border. Yeah, right in the center. That was not intentional. I feel it's more towards ginger beer than ginger ale. So for those that don't like too strong of a taste, I would try it, but be warned, be wary. It's not bad at all. I like ginger beer, but like certain ginger beer can just be too much. Oh, and it melts. It melts super quick. But also, I have a higher can't even talk today. I have a higher body temperature than normal. Most people. So unlike most cookies, it's just glazed on, very light. It's mostly just the cookie, which I like. It looks like it tastes. That to me, have you ever been on a beach sand, and you know how that sand of like that ripple, and it feels on your feet? That tastes like it looks in your mouth, on your tongue. I don't know why I said it like that, but I hope I don't get memes for something like that. Anyway. What is that called when they do the musical things with the ain't nobody got time for that stuff like that. Lastly, before the mint poppers, going to be doing, so we're heading up on, all right, gotta hurry this up. Cadbury. Now, I'm not too fond of all the things Cadbury does because it's really a cheaper chocolate, but it's a guilty pleasure for like the crisps and like the marshmallow things, so I'm gonna give this a shot. Don't knock it till I try it. And the swirl with like the cinnamon look is kind of satisfying. Generously thick chocolate covered wafer. Oh, and they're like individually wrapped like those cheeses. So that's really cool. I like how they did that. Oh, this is a different Cadbury. It's like, oh, it's kind of like a waffle cone. And it's, yeah. So this is what it looks like. Really cool. Wafer. It's wafer thin. Talk about sauce spiral right there. Come on, focus. Focus with me. I got you. Come on. Focus, dang you. I'm just gonna put it down. Set. Come on. Focus. Use the force, Luke. Please, come on. Yeah, I'll just do it from like about here. You can see it. So yeah. Wow, I hit you. At first it's lighter, and then the thickness hits you a second later. It's light and thick at the same time, like as you bite into the more of the center. Wow. A little bit of mixed feelings on this. I like how the lightness is light, but it kind of leaves a slight. Again, my senses are sensitive senses. So I experience a little bit more than the average person. And this is maybe a touch or go. Maybe most people won't notice this, but for me, the wafer has a kind of dryness to it, and most other wafers, that it's covered by chocolate, or the way they do it, doesn't leave a dryness in your mouth or makes your mouth wanting more saliva. This one does. It's kind of like powdery, it's like striped. I don't know. Again, I don't dislike it. This is definitely like out of 5, 4.5. And out of 10, it's like a 8, solid 8. But I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. I would eat it. But again, it melts really quick on your finger. That actually looks like you do. But no, it's a chocolate. Milk chocolate. Yeah, solid 8. It's the wafer that's the dryness that kind of is off-putting, just a little bit, for me, anyway. But it's definitely more pleasurable than displeasurable. It's just, it's kind of like, see, I feel like I'm not going to do it justice because I'm being too honest. And it wouldn't even be a good analogy. It's kind of like it gives me a slight irk. But again, it's more pleasurable. I can't stress this enough. It's better, more pleasurable than not pleasurable. More comfortable than not comfortable. But if I were to focus on every little bit, It's like if you ever stepped on seaweed, not just normal seaweed, but seaweed like in a lake, and you'd be like in tubing or whatever, and that like kind of like it's just like the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's at the bottom of the lake, and then you just in between your toes. It's just cringe, shiver. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how it makes me feel, but on a much lighter scale, and then it's more dry. So newspaper, I guess that's even better. The way newspaper feels, again, it's I'm probably making you guys not want to try it because I'm probably putting it down. But again, it's so minute, but it's strong for me. What most people like, if something's slightly salty for someone, it's more salty to me, and vice versa with any other thing. So for most people might not notice this. I'm very like everything that's minor becomes greater in my mouth or with smells, tastes, sights, sounds. It's just they're more sensitive. So I would have to say it's like newspaper. The way newspaper feels, the dryness of the wafer is how it correlates the way it hits brain signals into my brain. I suppose that's the best way to do it. And again, I feel like I'm poo-pooing something that's way better than the way I'm describing it on one possible slightly negative thing. So I feel like I'm pushing it away, but I definitely would recommend. Like, it's definitely better than negative. It's not even average. It's like, again, 8. 5 is like neither good nor bad. 6 is like, meh. 7's like, ooh, that's really good. And 8's like, yeah, that's really good. It's definitely like, maybe more a 7.5, because it's like, it's good. Like, it's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good is like 7.5 to an 8. It's in between there, maybe a 7.7. It's really good. It's enjoyable. I'm probably nitpicking the crap out of it. I like it. I would eat it. It's more enjoyable than uncomfortable, I would say. It's just something, if you're focusing highly on it, if you're not just munching, just something to munch on during a movie, you won't even notice it. For those that, most people don't notice what I notice, so it's highly like you won't even notice, even you're trying to notice it. But for me, it's, if you're doing nothing, I will notice it. But if you're watching a movie, this is a great snack food. And for most, I think it's, again, I keep focusing on it. No, it's going to be great for everyone, I feel like, or most everyone. It's just, for me, it's just something noticeable. That's it. Great product. I like it. I enjoy it. It's good. Sorry about that. And now, finally, for the poppers. Mint, dark chocolate, mint creams. Let's see here. Why do you pop some delicious? Oh, wow. You bite into it and it's so minty. It's like not your average mint. Like not this kind of mint. I mean, it's similar, but it tastes more fresh than minty. Like toothpaste. That's the best way I can describe it. But it's still got that mint, like that peppermint. But it's like, it's almost like methanol. It almost like burns your mouth in a refreshing way. Like really good gum. I love it. And there's nothing negative to say about this. I really like it. It's better than the mint things you get at the movie theaters, definitely. Poppets. Oh, this is easily a 9.5. I have nothing bad negative to say about it. I mean, it's got a slightly malty taste, again. I have to be fair. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and then everything in between. But it's so slight. There's really nothing wrong with it. Again, I'm nitpicking. I love these. These are great. Again, it's just when you focus on it. Pop some delicious into your day. Well, my friend, you've picked the right bite-sized treat to give a little lift. I'm just going to read that. Wrapped in chocolate. We're perfectly poppable little balls of chocolate fun doing our bit. Packaging protects products, keeps them fresh, and makes them last longer. But we're keen to only use what we need, and you can learn more online. Follow the on-pack guidance to help with us recycle. Pop open the fun. No artificial colors or flavors. Cool. And I love how a lot of companies are becoming more, more probiotics or more vitamins. I know there's still, the corrupt companies will still be corrupt with artificial and natural flavors, which really means it's artificial. Be wary of that. Even natural flavors, I'd be wary of. But when it says artificial and natural, or made with natural flavoring, you got to be careful of that. When it's just natural flavors, they should just say made with natural ingredients. Natural flavors, again, is artificial. So most of the time, the word is, they shouldn't even say natural flavors if it's all natural, because then it's like it's artificial flavoring, but they consider it slightly natural. It's a loophole. Yeah, these are one of the best mints I've ever had. These are really good. 9.5, 9.8, really good. Good stuff. Yeah. I tried these earlier. They come in a 2-pack for the box, and one of them only comes with the Oreo cookie. One comes with one, surprisingly. They're good. I want to say the Oreo is a little rich. I don't prefer it. Strawberry, I remember it tasting better the one time I had it. It's a little, again, rich. A little on the sugary side. But I know I do like Pocky, like normal chocolate and dark chocolate Pocky. But yeah, that's been the review of all these. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked. And let me know what you would like me to review next. I'm all over the place when it comes to whatever you want me to do, you know. I want to try all the new things there is to try in the world. Live with like you have no regrets. Live like there's no tomorrow. Dance like nobody's watching, you know? So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you later. Peace.